Hey, it's Amanda Green from Living a Simple Budget Family Life, and I'm just jumped out of the shower. I've just done another coat of the rust guard woodland grey paint on the chassis, and I just wanted to share with you a few quick updates. Now, I was going to do the dodgy thing and not completely do it in the rust guard, but I decided against it purely because, you know, it's got a job to do, and best that it gets a proper full coating to prevent any future rust. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly turn you around and show you the couple of things that we have updated on the van in the last week and a bit, and yeah. First, we have put the corrugated iron / mini orb on the bottom third of one side, so I really like the way it looks. It's going to slowly sort of rust a little bit over time and get that sort of corrugated iron tiny house vibe going on. So that's done. The next thing is down here. We have managed to get the stabilizers welded on. So we have managed to get the stabilizers welded on, so they're good to come down. I just did the coat of paint on top where all the welding marks were, so that's on all four corners, the stabilizers. Okay, and just taking you back inside the chassis, showing you it properly painted with no sort of gaps in the paint. And hello, we got the bar welded on as well, and that's all painted too. So chassis has completely been painted. So we have, as you can see, not started putting the floor down, but we decided to start on the exterior mini orb. It's sort of a bit of a priority to get the caravan weatherproofed in the next couple of months, because we've got the wet season coming. So yeah, we wanted to just make sure that everything was watertight for the wet season, so I can do the floor if we have a dry spell in the wet season. Unfortunately, you know, like if windows and walls are not in, it's going to be a little bit trickier. So yeah, really happy that we've got this bar in and welded on, and these stabilizers on the van. So I'll just bring you down and show you this corner. I'll bring you down and show you this corner. So here he is. You can even see still some of the burn marks from the welding. So it's just done this morning, and I've just finished that coat of paint. Really am liking how cool the mini orb looks, and we will cap it off with a sort of feature capping strippy seam piece the whole way down as well. So yeah, gonna look really cute. I'm in the workshop today with the two little ones because the big two are at school, and I'm just trying to do a little bit of a tester on the windows. Unfortunately, there has been a change of plan, and I was going to talk to you about this in the final sort of budget sort of wrap up, but the chassis and axle ended up being twice what we were originally quoted, which is a real shame. Sorry, I've got little people. So we've had to sort of think outside the box for windows. We couldn't afford to spend thousands on it, because that would have just used up all the money that we had. So a lady was advertising old security screens. So I'm just going to show you my little helpers here, see why I'm distracted. Yeah, what you doing, Bubby? You're sweeping up all the leaves from the tree next door. They just keep blowing in. It's a bit of an endless battle, hey? Cohen, are you helping too? You're helping too? I'm riding the scooter. Anywho, they are my distractions today. I've just procured some security screens from a lady that was trying to get rid of them in our local sort of area here for $10, and I've got 2 big screen doors and 3 windows. So I'll just quickly show you what I'm talking about. So these 2 here are really just in perfect nick. They just need a little bit of a hose over and a clean up. This one here, I removed the old dodgy screen, and you can see up here is the sort of the little insert that keeps the screen in, and I'm going to give that a coat of the spray paint, which I already had. So those screens and a couple of screen doors over here for $10. So I'm going to be using them, and as you can see, we've given this one here a lick of spray paint, and yeah, we're going to be reusing the rubber grooving that goes in, but I managed to get some fly screen on clearance because somebody had it cut and changed their mind, it wasn't enough. So don't mind the leaves and the craziness. As you can see, I've got the fly screen out here ready to cut, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. Big tree is driving me insane. But anyway, Nalia's trying her very best to get the leaves out. I've got the blower here, I'm constantly blowing, but they just keep coming in. But yep, this is real life, our little workshop, a big mess. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what we've done with the windows to sort of try to keep budget low. And so I've got them spray painted here. Okay, and here's one that I've had to cut down to size, so I had to remove this panel bit there because it was a really weird shaped L-shaped window, but this section of it actually works, and I'm just in the process of putting the fly screen back in and pushing all that rubber ceiling down. So that's sort of just about done, that one. And then what we're going to do, because obviously that's just the screen component, what we're going to do then, and I'll take it over to my very messy workbench over here, is we are going to frame it out with this piece of timber frame, and then I'm going to do a pallet frame on it as well, which will give enough room for a little bit of a recessed shutter to the window. So we're going to hopefully procure some nice little, you know, wrought iron sort of hinges and have like a little bit of a shutter effect. And I don't know, maybe we'll just use a little offcut with like a swivel sort of knob, as opposed to, you know, spend thousands of dollars on the windows. Now, I did say that they were out of budget, and I'll just turn you around again. So yeah, windows were out of budget before you know, we had the increased pricing in the axle and chassis, and I'll give you specifics when I do the whole budget video at the end, but it was almost double what they originally quoted. So we're playing, they're keeping themselves entertained, so I can't complain, getting stuff done. So we really needed to come up with another option, and when I saw the free security screen, or the $10 security screen stuff for a whole bunch of, you know, old security screens, I just couldn't pass that up, and I've just sort of been, whoa, what you got? You got a fire truck. Yeah, your lid's come off. Okay, just wait. Okay, so yeah, so I couldn't pass that up, but the only problem with this is going to obviously be very sort of time consuming in terms of, you know, making the window frames, making the shutters, spraying, putting the screens back in, but you know, it is what it is, and we do these things to save money, is to put in our time. So yeah, I've got sawdust, I've got stuff everywhere, I've got leaves, I'm sort of drowning in mess here, but I'm just pushing forward and trying to at least get, you know, the first completed window done, and we can have a look-see and see what we think about that. So yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and I will show you the windows obviously when they're completed, but I just wanted to talk to you about that, and that you know that we're no longer going with windows ready to go by the window professional people. We are coming up with our own solution. Oh, that's what I was going to say is, so, and then I went to just have a look after we got the pricing on the axle and the chassis and stuff. I went to have a look-see at a caravan supply company place. Lilia, please don't spray paint, Bubby. Can you put the container up there? Mummy was going to do the spray painting. Thank you. Thank you for trying to help. So then I went through the process of ordering some caravan windows online, and went all the way through the checkout and stuff like that. And here am I thinking, you know, free postage, you know, like it's okay. And then when I get to checkout, they slug me a couple of $100 for the location sort of fee, and then we've got GST and all that sort of stuff on top of it. So yeah, so anyway, this is our solution, and I will show you the end product when we're done. Wanted to do an update video regarding the caravan and just sort of life in general today. It's been a while since I have, sorry, itchy nose. It's been a while since I have done a video. The hubby's been away again overseas. Things are just crazy. I'm trying to work on the van every spare second I get. Got 4 kids, so you know, trying to get anything done is a little bit of a nightmare. But anyway, I'm sewing. I've committed to a weekly craft market now, so yes, busy. That's me. But I just wanted to show you where we're at and just sort of update you on the van, because a few friends have been asking how we're going. So yeah, I've been busy. So this is the first side of the van, and you'll see we have mini orb to the bottom third. We have sort of closed off the 2 windows here, and obviously I still need to sand all of the wood putty off and paint the trim, and this is where we're going to be putting all of our stickers from all the places that she spends the night. Up here again, I framed out the little metal panel there, and that is going to be where the name of the van is going to go. I've still got to do the trim bit here, but I do have it down there to do. That's certainly on my list of to-dos. The mini orb still has to be painted, but yeah, all holes are filled in. This side is, you know, getting there, really getting there. So we have again created like a little bit of a shutter barn window, and you'll see when I open it up, it's got the security screens so they can be open. Now these are going to be painted, and I'm thinking sort of like a bluey grey. Holes still have to be filled on the screws and stuff. That's what I was working on this morning, and the screws on the hinges just touched up and painted black. But yeah, so that window's in, and this one is as well. I have put a giant big security screen here, and that is acting as the front window. I've as you can see on the left hand side there, I've boarded it out, or whatever you want to call it, just sort of you know, put slats in there. So I think last time we were talking, we were going to get domestic windows in, but it came back just to be too expensive. So I think so far I've spent about $350 on fixings and screens and timber for the windows, as opposed to like the $3,500 that we're quoting. So it's huge savings. So over here, still got to do that side. The mini orbs down here as well. You can see that our floor is down. The huge timber pallet project there. So obviously it still has to be sanded, been sanded and stained, and whatever we decide to do with it, it definitely needs you know, lots of holes filled, wood putty. So yeah, so the floor is in, so that's exciting. The 2 more windows here have been framed, and again using security screens. I do have the shutter built for this one that I've got to put on, and over here we divided that big window up into 2, so this window side is going to be the kids portion, and this side is going to be the bathroom portion, and the dividing wall will go between the 2. So yeah, as you can see, I used some reclaimed signage from Miss Australia from the tip shop, and yeah, all trying to reuse and recycle. The only new thing here is the mini orb and some of the timber to be used for the framing, and I decided to do that because I actually got it at $4 a piece on special from Mitre 10. It was quite warped. So yeah, got the door to do, got the rest of the framing out to do, and the skylight to do. plus obviously the shutters on here, in order to get the project watertight. And that's what we're, you know, the main goal is. We're sort of really rushing because come, you know, November, the wet season's going to commence here, and we are going to need a van that is watertight. So yeah, that is where we're at. Focusing on getting it watertight for the wet season. Farm style country cottage vibe to it, which, you know, I think it's really quite cute. And yeah, that's our van. So cheers for watching. Hope that answers some questions that friends have been asking regarding our van and where we're at and what's going on. I'm so in love with these cute little shutter windows. It's not funny. But yeah, so work in progress, people. It's going to take a while. Cheers. Bye.